And also, the coaches, you have to remember, you're there to be a guide and to be the best guide and teacher to all of your students. You're not there for them. These people aren't your ATM machine, and these people aren't your semi slaves, diba? A wise man once told me that martial artists have the biggest egos but the brokest motherfuckers ever.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. Pero yung iba
so
naman talaga, nung ginawang negosyo, grabe naman talaga yung pagka-negosyo. Grabe naman
Oo.
talaga. Kailangan may balance eh. Dapat talaga may balance eh.
I
Then,
mean, okay naman, you really have to make money kasi, hirap talaga ngayon. But, I'm not at the point na nagaling YouTube. Dapat yung student mo YouTube.
we are going to clear everything out. If you have your questions, put them in the comment section. First things first, we had this conversation, the committee, and this was spearheaded by Alvin. He said it's time to open the gates. I mean, can you describe yung conversation na yun, Chief? Like, this just happened, like, you wanted to open the gates in the sense na, okay, now, if people want to train with us, they can train with us.
Okay, so for the longest time, because of the martial arts history of MMA here, we were always training not to fight in the cage. We were training just not to fight them in the cage, but on the street as well. So we kept all of our techniques pretty much to ourselves. We trained among ourselves. We kept it there. We have to think bigger. We're doing this for the country now. Okay, so you have your own teams. That's fine. But when we compete in IMMAF tournaments, we will be competing as one country. So we all have to push each other. We have to be there to push each other to become better. So we told everybody that we have to share as much as we can and open up as much as we can. Because if we don't, diba? Paano na? Now it's not just us who are going to be opening up. A lot of other people are helping out as well. So this is something that people were surprised at, that we have to open up. And okay lang, because of course, when we do jiu-jitsu tournaments, we keep our techniques and our stuff to ourselves because we compete against the other guys. But in MMA, it's different. MMA, usually when you see them compete, they're fighting not just for their team, but it's for the country now. So kailangan all out tayo. And it's our responsibility. We were given we were fortunate to be able to be trained by the best in the world. We were given these beautiful techniques. We had access to all of this. Now, we already had our heyday. We already had our stuff. So now it's time now to make sure that we use whatever we have to elevate everything and all the MMA skills here in our country.
So that is an official statement, everyone. If you want to screen grab this, if you want to share it, go ahead. Okay, malinaw na yan ha. Ako personally, para matapos na yung usapan. Okay, para sa akin, para matapos na yung usapan. Kasi ang daming nagsasabi ng kung ano-ano. Sinasabi ko, dude, hindi kami mag-cross-train, hindi kami pwedeng mag-cross-train with other people. But Alvin never, ever turned down anybody who wanted to cross-train with us. Magkaiba yun.
True.
Magkaiba yun, okay?
So many people
So
cross-train with us. So many people.
without naming names, okay, there are so many from jiu-jitsu to MMA that cross-trained with us. Alvin closed the gym. Okay, he closed the gym so that nobody will know. So that, di ba, kung meron walang magli-leak, di ba, hanggang ngayon, di ba, it's like, maraming nagko-cross-train sa amin. All they had to do was ask. So now, on Combat Sports Weekly, Alvin just stated, the gates are open. All you have to do is be a member of PMMAF, okay? Be a member of PMMAF, affiliate your gym. Number one rule lang naman dyan lagi, you are not going to leave your gym. Okay? As he
You have to
stated
stay in your gym.
previously,
Yeah. Walang lilipat sa amin or
walang
whatever.
lilipat, walang agawan. Okay? You remain loyal to your gym, you remain loyal to your coach and your teammates. Walang sulutan na mangyayari. After that, there will be schedules of seminars and coaching and training. You can all join that. Ganun ka simple. Okay? So, please, this is an initiative. Okay? This is a personal question na hindi ko pala natanong sa'yo nung nag-uusap tayo, pero pag-usapan na natin yan. Bakit bigla mong naisip gawin to? Like, di ba? Kasi for the longest time, we've all been training together. We've been helping champions, di ba? There's Richard, there's Hoffman, there's a string of previous champions who are now doing their own paths. They build their own gyms. They're practically using the same curriculum. But now you're more open to this, di ba? You just, di ba? You're thinking about legacy. So what prompted you to do this right now?
Well, there's a saying that you're only made strong for a certain time, so you can help everybody else around you. So why was this given to us, diba? I think because we are now the affiliate of IMMAF, we have a bigger responsibility now. It's not just about team; it's about country.
Mhm.
So if we don't make this work, diba, it's up to us, diba?
And then you are utilizing all resources. As in,
Mhm.
when you started this, we were all on board. We just said, okay, game, let's do this, diba? And then being the president of wrestling, and you want to, I mean, let's shift a little to wrestling. Like I personally saw the improvements of WAP, the team, diba? How can we? Are there other projects, or are there upcoming projects that will push wrestling more? Kasi ako, I want people to appreciate wrestling more eh. Kasi
Mhm.
how important is wrestling in MMA?
Yes, it's all it is basically. Because if you know how to wrestle, you can keep the fight standing or on the ground. And if you don't know wrestling, then you better hope to God that the guy doesn't go near you. Because once a wrestler does, you're gonna go flying.
Mm.
So ayun pa, di ba? For wrestling, we've gone through a lot of hard times. We had two of the most corrupt and shittiest presidents ever. One even molested other people. The
Yeah.
other one stole
Hassle
money
nun?
and
Ang
everything, di ba?
hassle nun?
Imagine, I mean, these people thought that they were there to enrich themselves. It was very, very hard, and there's a lot of wasted talent. The programs were also wasted. We had to kick everybody out, and then of course we had to come up with a system that hindi lang tayo pang SEA Games. We're for the world, and then a lot of people was like, hindi, hanggang dito lang tayo. Ako, hindi. We have to be playing for the world. So for that to happen, we have to have our juniors and our cadets, and a big volume of them actually just to be able to make the junior and cadet team. And then from there, when they're there, kailangan lumalaban na sila sa World Championships, Asian Championships, and everything. Now, unfortunately, the PSC does not support yung mga bata. They only support yung mga seniors. It's not their fault. It's just that's how it is. Okay,
Mhm.
so we have to be able to raise funds on our own, just like what we did for our junior and cadet team. We
Yep.
brought all them to Russia. Diba, grabe yung talagang we had to raise money. Talagang naglimos kami just to for able to, para makapunta sila. So we have to do that, and then yun, I guarantee you, we're gonna get an Olympic gold in wrestling. Ako na bahala doon. There's some people who are also helping me, have committed themselves, and we have a lot of good athletes. They just need the proper exposure, and I'm gonna do everything in my power possible to give it to them. And at the same time, we're building our grassroots. We have so many types of the LGUs. We're gonna be revealing a lot of that very soon. And I have one more surprise that you'll be seeing in the next few months, but I only announce that after when it's there.
Okay.
I'm very excited for that also. But then when these things happen, wrestling has to come up, and wrestling is a sport that you don't need much. You just need your skills. You don't have to be tall. You don't have to jump high. All you need is heart.
Mm.
That's it.